The honey badger Daniel Riccardo arrives at the Formula One as a Red Bull junior driver with many impressive records in his early career. He debuted with HRT Racing in 2011 at the British Grand Prix, and then he moved to Scuderia Toro Rosso, the sister team of Red Bull Racing, in 2012. Then he was promoted to the senior Red Bull team as the replacement for Mark Webber in 2014. He was among the constant podium finishers for Red Bull until his sudden move to Renault at the end of the 2018 season, citing that he was treated unequally within the team after the arrival of Max Verstappen into the team. His records are worse with Renault as the car was not competitive enough for top finishes. Then he moved to McLaren for the 2021 season, and he is still struggling to find the old version of Daniel Riccardo. Hey guys, welcome back to F1 Leaked, the best place for your daily dose of trending news and gossips regarding Formula One. Before we proceed, hit the subscribe button and smash the notification bell for more exciting updates. Even though Ricciardo was capable of giving the taste of the first win for McLaren after 8 years during the 2021 Italian Grand Prix, he was always outperformed by his younger teammate Lando Norris in most of the races. During his first season with McLaren, Ricciardo struggled suddenly to adjust from Renault cars to the Mercedes-powered McLaren. As he is rated as the funniest driver in the current F1 paddock, he has no haters and he is loved by many. Most F1 fans hope that Ricciardo will adjust his driving style soon with McLaren. But he spent the first half of the 2021 season struggling too much, and then a considerable improvement was shown during the second half, but it was not capable of matching the performance level of Lando Norris. They had finished the 2021 season with a difference of 45 points, where Norris stood 2 positions above Ricciardo in the drivers' standings. Formula One teams undergo a complete change after 2022 regulation changes, and McLaren showed a championship-winning potential during the preseason testing by topping the time charts. But they didn't live up to the expectations when it came to the real racing, pushing them far behind compared to the previous season. Even though in such a struggling situation, Lando Norris was capable of pushing his MCL 36 into a podium finish during the Imola Grand Prix. On the other hand, Ricciardo finishes rarely within the top 10, and his qualifying performances are also very poor, pushing his car rarely into Q3 too. That is clearly not the performance level expected by a McLaren from a driver like Ricciardo, who was rated as a driver with championship-winning potential during his arrival to the Formula One. Ricciardo had shown a poor performance during the recently finished Spanish Grand Prix too, where he started the race on P9, but he suddenly slipped into P12 due to his poor start and then completed the race in the same position. On the other hand, Lando Norris finished the race in P8, 3 places ahead of his starting position under a situation where he was not physically fit to compete in an F1 car, as he was suffering from tonsillitis throughout the weekend. Making a statement to the media, Ricciardo criticizes his performance level by himself. "It wasn't a good race today. I'd love to find something positive, but it was just a struggle from the start. I was slow, and I simply had a lot less grip than everyone else around me. With the 3 stops, we had 4 chances on different sets of tires, but we didn't have the pace on any of them. I'm not really sure why, to be honest, so we'll try to have a look and understand it," Ricciardo said. At the end of the Spanish GP, Ricciardo scored 39 points with 1 podium finish, but Ricciardo has only 11 points to his name. He spent his first season saying that car was not adjusted much in favor of with the same team. That is not an excuse furthermore. So, Daniel Ricciardo is now rated as an underperformer in McLaren, in despite of his old glory, and there is not any sugarcoating for it. Ricciardo is rated as the 5th highest paid driver on the current F1 grid, with an annual salary of $15 million. But the question is whether his performance level makes any justification to his salary. McLaren boss Zak Brown is already disappointed with what Ricciardo is delivering on the Formula One weekends, but he still keeps his faith with the Australian. McLaren team boss Zak Brown said, "Daniel is just not comfortable yet with the car. We're trying everything we can." Again, it was a disappointing weekend. Short of Monza and a few races, it's generally not kind of met his or our expectations as far as what we were expecting. And I think all you can do is keep working hard as a team, keep communications going, keep pushing, and hope that whatever is not kind of clicking at the moment clicks shortly. Listening to him earlier this week with the team, I think he still doesn't think he's 10 out of 10 on top of the car, but he's got a great relationship with Lando. He knows the team well. "We're really happy to see Daniel on top of his game," Zak Brown added further. He said, "And I think Lando is one of the best drivers in the world at the moment, and it also is kind of a compliment to how good Lando is. When you see the gap that exists, appreciating the performance level of Lando Norris." Most probably, Ricciardo will not get any contract extension with McLaren at the end of the 2022 season, as they have much cheaper replacements for him in the current Formula drivers market, as well as from other racing categories like the American IndyCar Series. McLaren is now interested in bringing IndyCar multiple race winner Colton Herta to the F1 as the replacement for Ricciardo. They signed him as the reserve driver for the 2022 season, and his arrival as a full-time driver is expected to happen in the near future if the driver and the team are on the same page of their agreements. "Yes, we've now got a plan installed for Colton," Brown told media last month. "That's up to Andreas Seidel to communicate that outwardly when he's ready to communicate it. But yes, we have a plan." Colton Herta is not the only option that they are trying as the replacement in place of Ricciardo. They have done many testing sessions with few other drivers as well. "We do like to think long out, hence doing some testing with Pato O'Ward. We've got Ugo Chukwu in Formula 4. So I don't think you can ever plan too early, but there's no rush," Zak Brown said. "Let's hope that Honey Badger will find a F1 seat in anywhere else, as no one wants to see a Formula One paddock without him." Thank you very much for watching the video. If you enjoyed the video, subscribe to the channel to not miss anything related to Formula One. See you guys in the next video. Goodbye.